Have you ever wondered if your cat sees you as something more than just the person who fills the food bowl? What if the little things they do every day aren't random at all? What if, deep down, your cat sees you as their mother? Science has some surprising answers. And by the end of this video, one final behavior might completely change the way you see your relationship with your cat. Cats didn't evolve to need a family group. They're solitary hunters by nature. But domestication never fully erased the instincts they carried as kittens. And researchers studying feline behavior have found something fascinating. Adult cats often form attachment patterns that look almost identical to the bond between a kitten and its mother. Your cat doesn't think you're a cat, but instinctively, they may have given you that exact same role. Here are 5 signs that reveal it, each one a little more revealing than the last. And the last one might be the most surprising of all. It might even change the way you look at your cat tonight. Let's start with something you've probably seen 100 times without thinking twice about it. Your cat follows you. Every room, every hallway, even the bathroom door. You stand up to grab a glass of water, and before you even reach the kitchen, soft little paws are already right behind you. That might look adorable. Maybe a little clingy, even. Some people even joke about it, calling their cat a tiny shadow with fur. But researchers think something much deeper is happening. It's called the secure base effect. Kittens use their mother as an anchor point, a safe place to return to while they explore the world around them. Most cats never fully outgrow that instinct. They just find a new anchor. You. Not the couch, not the window, not even the food bowl. You. Studies on attachment styles in cats found that a large percentage of adult cats behave almost exactly like securely attached kittens, treating their owner as a base they can always return to. So the next time your cat trails behind you into another room for no obvious reason, remember what that quiet little shadow really means. You're not just the person they live with. You're the place they feel safe. Here's where things start getting interesting, though, because following you is only the beginning. The next sign happens when your cat's guard is almost completely down. You know the motion. Paw over paw, slow and rhythmic, against a blanket, a pillow, or maybe your lap. Eyes half closed. A low, steady purr underneath it all. It looks a little strange out of context. But it isn't random at all. Kneading starts in the earliest days of life, when newborn kittens press against their mother while nursing to stimulate milk flow. Most kittens, bois, are weaned within a few months. The motion, though, often stays for life. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think kneading is just a cute quirk. It's actually your cat replaying one of the most comforting memories their body knows. It's usually paired with purring, half-closed eyes, total relaxation. Oxytocin, the same hormone tied to bonding and affection, is likely involved too. Not every cat needs the same way. Some barely do it at all, and that's fine. Personality plays a role. But when your cat does need against you, pressed close, eyes soft, breathing slow, they're placing you in the exact same emotional category their mother once occupied. Warmth, protection, total safety. And once that kind of trust is established, something even more personal starts to happen. Remember how your cat follows you, room to room, like you're the safest place in the house. And how they need against you, like they're chasing an old, familiar comfort. That same trust starts showing up somewhere else entirely. Their eyes. If you've ever locked eyes with your cat and watched them close their eyes slowly, almost lazily, then open them again while looking right at you, you've witnessed one of the clearest signals in feline communication. In the animal world, direct eye contact is usually read as a threat. Predators stare, rivals stare. But a slow, soft blink is the exact opposite of a threat. It's vulnerability. It's your cat saying, without a single sound, I trust you enough to lower my guard right now. A study, published in scientific reports, found that cats were more likely to approach a person after that person slow blinked at them first, and the cats blinked back. Researchers have described it as something close to a smile shared between two completely different species. A silent one, but a real one. Trust like that doesn't only show up while your cat is awake, though. It shows up even more powerfully when they're completely unguarded, when they're asleep. Sleep is one of the most vulnerable states any animal can enter. A sleeping cat is an exposed cat, unable to react quickly if something goes wrong. No sharp senses on alert. No quick escape. That's exactly why where your cat chooses to sleep matters so much. Your lap, your chest, pressed right up against your side, rising and falling with your breathing. That's not random either. It mirrors the way kittens sleep, tangled together with their mother and their litter mates, pulling warmth and protection from closeness. Here's the surprising part. Researchers say it's not really about how long your cat sleeps there. It's about the fact that they chose it at all, even for a few minutes. Even a short nap on your chest is your cat handing you their most vulnerable moment and trusting you completely with it. Night after night, that pattern repeats. And slowly, your presence becomes part of your cat's actual definition of safety. The same role their mother once played. But here's where this whole video builds to something bigger. The strongest clue of all might come from something so ordinary, you probably hear it every single day. Their voice. Here's something most people don't know. Adult cats almost never meow at other adult cats. In the feline world, meowing is largely a kitten behavior, a way of calling out to their mother for attention, food, comfort. As cats grow older and interact with other cats, that vocal habit mostly disappears, replaced by body language, scent, silence. But with humans, that pattern flips completely. Adult cats keep meowing at us for their entire lives. Chirps, trills, questioning little sounds reserved almost only for the people they live with. Some cats even develop their own private vocabulary, sounds they use only with you and no one else in the house. In a way, your cat never stopped talking to you the way a kitten talks to its mother. And then there are the gifts. A dead insect on the doormat. A toy mouse dropped right by your pillow. Strange. Maybe even a little unwelcome. But many behaviorists see this as an extension of family behavior. A cat offering something the way a caregiver shares resources with someone in their circle. It was never really about the object. It was about being included. Here's the part that changes everything, though. Your cat doesn't just communicate with you. They expect you to answer. Think about that for a second. Out of every sound they could make, every silent gesture available to them, they chose the one reserved for a mother. Because in their world, you are the one they've always relied on. The one who responds. The one who feeds them, warms them, and comes back every single time they call. The one who's always there. Every chirp at the door, every meow when you walk into a room, every small offering left in your path. That's not background noise. That's your cat actively reaching for you because deep down, you're their person. Now here's where the story gets even more interesting. This whole time, we've looked at your cat's behavior from one direction. All the ways they seem to treat you like their mother. But what if that's only half the picture? Psychologists who study attachment will tell you something important. Real bonds are never one-directional. They're built through repetition, through response, through showing up again and again in small, consistent ways. Every time you feed your cat at the same time, every time you speak to them in that same familiar tone, every time you answer their meow instead of ignoring it, you're shaping their emotional world just as much as they're shaping yours. Your voice, your scent, your routines, the sound of your footsteps coming up the stairs. All of it becomes part of how your cat understands safety itself. They may never consciously think of you as mother, not in any human sense, but instinctively, they've given you that role anyway. Protector, comfort, home. Think back to everything we covered. The quiet footsteps following you from room to room, the paws kneading against your side, that slow, trusting blink from across the room, the choice to sleep pressed against you instead of anywhere else in the house. None of these are separate little habits. They're threads of the exact same pattern. Trust, running in both directions. So, let's go back to the question we started with. Does your cat really see you as their mother? The honest answer is more nuanced than a simple yes or no. Every cat is different, shaped by genetics, by personality, by the specific relationship you've built together. No single behavior on this list proves anything by itself. A cat who barely needs isn't loving you any less than one who does it constantly. But taken together, the following: the kneading, the blinking, the sleeping, the voice. These signs paint a picture that's hard to ignore. So, the next time your cat quietly follows you down the hallway, or curls up beside you without a sound, or looks at you with that slow, sleepy blink from across the room, remember, those small, ordinary moments might be saying something words never could. Maybe, in the only language your cat truly understands, you're not just the person who fills their bowl and opens the door. You're the one they followed, the one they needed, the one they blinked at, slowly, from across the room. You're home.